Welcome back to Nintagious. Sorry for the slow start today, I just had a hard time getting moving, but I definitely wanted to play some more Kirby tonight, so we're gonna do it anyway, even with a little bit of a late start. Hope everybody's doing well. It snowed, like, all afternoon. I think it might still be snowing, actually. Part of it is, I wouldn't even say that it's... I don't think this is a situation of I'm having a hard time sleeping. This is a situation of I'm starting to get myself drawing again. And whenever that happens, I inevitably tend to keep myself up way too late because I'm just like, there's all these things I want to do. I have a feeling once we hit the, Once we pass the 1000th stream, we're on a pretty tight schedule up until then. I think once we get through that, I'm probably gonna take a little extra time off in interest of embracing. You just have to, like, know that's there, I guess. Yeah, there's no going back for that. I don't think there was anything in there but food anyway, so I guess that'd be fine. Oh, you gotta know about that, though. Just huck me in the pit, baby. Wow, really? You can do it, Kirby. You can't do it, Kirby. I might as well just go ahead and restart it to get that first one. Especially because at this point in the game, the stages are starting to get longer. So I think, having to do them multiple times is, like, not gonna be ideal. Like, fully multiple times. I like how they actually have... There's different enemies in this area. Like, they didn't just keep using the same enemies and be like, oh yeah, the enemies came here too. Since it's a different world, clearly you're gonna run into different types of enemies. Nice bit of polish, methinks. Ow. I should have taken one of those abilities. I'm not digging the needle too much. Oh. Is there a block button in this game? I don't know if there is. There is. You still take damage though. That's not foolproof. How'd he die first? That's strange. Man, I wanted the beam, too. Jerk. Or I wanted the stone, apparently. It's fine. Tacos. Oh. Sure. Help me, save me. Definitely feeling the Kirby itch, I think. We were talking a bit yesterday. But I definitely want to play 64 when that hits. Switch Online. I should definitely play Dreamland 3 as well. That's I don't know if I actually mentioned it yesterday, but that's I've been meaning to do a playthrough of that on the channel for like since the pre-streaming days. And originally it was not having access to it, because I didn't want to do it through emulator. I wanted to do it through some sort of official means. And, I actually did... It did come out on, I think it's the Wii U's virtual... I might have it on the Wii's virtual console. I don't remember. I have it on one of their virtual consoles. As soon as it hit that, I bought it. And I just never played it. I just never got around to it. And then, of course, now it's on Switch Online, so I can just do it that way. But it's definitely one of those very, very, very overdue playthroughs. I think another overdue one, and I don't know if we're ever actually going to do this. I'd have to talk to Eno and see if he actually has an interest in it. But, again, in the early days of the channel, like, when I first founded the channel, I wanted it to be a... I did not mean to do that. I wanted it to be a, hey, let's, I'm gonna grab friends and find games they've never played and have them play those, and I'll just do commentary. And we were gonna have him play Yoshi's Island, because he's never played it before. And I guess if we wanted to, doing it through Switch Online would be the way to do it. Although at this point, I haven't played it in probably since it originally came out either, and I should probably replay it. But that's getting quite ambitious, perhaps. As mentioned yesterday, I already have a very large, not only do I have a large backlog of games, but I have like a long-term to-do list for games I want to play on stream. And now I'm starting to make a short-term to-do list of stuff that's like, oh, I'm feeling this right now. Ow. Spoiler alert, there's never enough time. Just gonna take the hammer. Me like the hammer. Are you kidding me? This game's mean. Ew, I want ice. That's very impractical. Dude. That sucked. It was very sloppy. But we did it. That's the important thing. I'm already back up to 10 lives. You'd love to see it. Just gonna go ahead and get rid of that, because fuck that. Ready? Bat. Eh, it was worth a glance. Good start. Good start. Hey guy, how's it going? I'm actually not that tired. It took me a while to get out of bed, but once I did get out of bed, I'm feeling pretty okay. I think the late start would imply that I'm probably exhausted, but I'm alright. I think I mentioned the other day, if I could get away with starting streams at like 10 o'clock, I probably would. Even though the more useful way of fixing things is probably just to start getting up earlier. It's hard. Oh. Okay. That's fair. I have a hunch that's going to be needed, so... Well. Ah, so I would have been up top if I took the top path. Or the first door, that is. Slow work day. Yeah, I imagine those are worse than the busy ones. I think we've talked about that plenty of times in the past. I think I'd prefer the busy ones. Even though those would be exhausting, at least I wouldn't be bored. I definitely have an issue with stuff like that, where, like, if I get bored, I'm like... That's perhaps the worst. Which, if it's boring, but, like, I have the opportunity to do other things to keep myself busy, it's probably fine. For example, you hear people that, like, work on call, and they have a lot of downtime. I could probably deal with that, because I could just, like, play video games or draw while I'm waiting for calls. It would maybe be more difficult from a, from a perspective like that. Oh, I'm glad I went to the trouble of doing that. For a second, I was like, why am I bothering? Oh, they tried being open on a Sunday, and it just wasn't worth it. I can see that being pretty hit or miss. I mean, I guess to be fair, most people probably didn't know that you were open. So it might not be that it wasn't worth it, it might just be that it's gonna take time for word of mouth to spread. Oh, it was more so the holiday than it was... Are they normally open on Sundays? You just don't work on Sundays. This was more the holiday thing. I think I mentioned this yesterday. Like, I keep forgetting that yesterday was a holiday. Like, I didn't even realize it was a holiday until, like, 10 o'clock Saturday night. It just snuck up and passed really quickly, this one, for this year, for whatever reason. I guess it's because usually I only spend the holidays with my mother, right? But she worked all weekend because she actually has next weekend off. Because she's taking a trip. So that's probably, like, why I wasn't paying any attention to Easter, because, like, we wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway. You don't understand. There we go. Yay. If I remember right, getting all the energy spheres in the hard difficulty is, like, a lot harder. Getting them all here is pretty easy. I think there was that one we had yesterday that I was like, yo, this is hard. Yeah, I think I just thought it was closed on weekends just because you don't work on weekends. But yeah, unless you, like, aggressively advertised that you were going to be open for the holiday, a lot of people probably just didn't know it was going to be open. Especially if it's been that way for years and years and years. What game was it where he had an archer ability? I feel like I vividly remember that, and I thought it was this game. It must have been like Robobot or something. Oh god. Oh, I'm sorry. Except not. Yeah, let's take the extra life. Let's just start stacking them up. Oh no, I'm gonna have to pay attention to this one. Hey View, how's it going? I think it might have been, actually. I played this on stream 4 years ago. That was really close. I thought I was dead. It was one of the earlier games I played for sure. For no particular reason, I don't think. Other than I was like, yo, I like this game. And that's basically why we're playing it now, is because I was just like, I finished Forgotten Land and was like, I want to play more. I thought doing another Forgotten Land playthrough would have been kind of overkill, though. I don't know. That sort of stuff confuses me when it comes to YouTube, because I feel like some people can just play the same game like 5 times when it comes out, and, like, everyone will be totally into it. That doesn't seem to work for me, though. If I, like, overdo it on a new game, people lose interest super fast. Well, I'm not getting that spark back. Let's put it in this. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I mean, I'm bad, but I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yay. Bum-ba-dum. Yeah, like, I kept thinking... I mean, I don't think you've finished it yet, have you? But, or beaten it, or one or the other. But, like, the one guy I watch on Twitch is, like... He jumped... Despite disliking the game, he jumped straight into his second playthrough, and people are still gobbling it up. And I'm just like, man, if that was me, everyone would have been like, okay, we're bored of you. But he's just a much larger streamer, so... I just kind of remembered that's where that one was, for some reason. Despite the fact that it's been 4 years. Oh, I kind of wanted the fighter guy, but that's okay. But even with, like, Pokemon Legends, that was, like... I didn't even finish that. But I think from what I heard, a lot of, like, Pokemon YouTubers were, like, really overdoing it with that game, so... That was probably the issue there. Yum. I guess it's just worth pointing out that if I could have gotten away with it, I might have considered doing a second. That's fair. A second Forgotten Land playthrough, because I did have a lot of fun with it. Excuse me. Gonna be one of those days, I guess. A friend of mine just beat Elden Ring the other day, he said. But he said he's absolutely not finished. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. From what I've heard, that's the type of game that you can just... That sucks. Just get lost in for 100 hours easily. Yikes. I gotta be better, Forehead. This is not... Have you even beaten it yet? I guess that's the best way of telling, like, how far into the game you are, right? Yeah, I feel like a dozen episodes is usually... Unless it's a, like, a game with, like, infinite replayability and viewer engagement. Then it'll work fine. Like, I think I'm on episode 32 of Mario Golf or something crazy like that. I can only assume that Mario Kart's gonna get pretty far, too. Oddly, I think Monster Hunter Rise is only on, like, 8 episodes or something like that. I did not play that one as much as I expected to. Which maybe we'll try and fix here soon. But I think even Fire Emblem Three Houses, that was, like, 16 episodes, I think. And that was, like, near the end, like, nobody gave a shit. Like, early on, like, everyone was hype, and then... Near the end, everybody was like, we're over it. It was strange. Also, I didn't see that donation fully, but thank you for that before I try and get my... Where's the hell's my thing? There it is. Indie Gamer Retro with a very generous donation. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And thank you for that. Yeah, Mario Golf works just because we have, like, a group of 6 people who are all down to play it pretty frequently. I think it doesn't pull in new viewers, like, at all, which is kind of sad, but... And, unfortunately, since they're not updating it anymore, I think eventually we're gonna inevitably get bored. Suddenly realizing I love that name because it's very like, how can it be indie and retro? But indie's been a thing for long enough that I guess it can be, right? I think when most people think of indie, they think, and these days, they think of like Hollow Knight and stuff though. I also feel like I definitely don't get, like, out of the blue donations like that, like, ever. So I'm going to expect you're a very generous lurker, which is awesome. Oh. Ow. Well, it's later in the game. This is like the next to last world. They're getting a little trickier for sure. I'm kind of trivializing it with Beam. You should try to tune in, like, probably tomorrow, because this game has a hard mode, and that gets fucking difficult. All the bosses have, like, new attacks. There's some new bosses, period, that, like, aren't in the normal mode. This one has a second phase. On this difficulty, they're pretty damn easy, though. I'd also recommend going to watch the video upload I did of the end of Forgotten Land, when I did the Colosseum. Those bosses were fucking hard. Like, that took a while. Fearsome Dragon lives at the far end of Halcondria, which still doesn't have an eye in it. On the very peak of a volcano surrounded by intense flames, the road from here gets a little bit tougher, but I'm sure you'll be just fine. Just hurry up and smash that dragon to smithereens. Okay, super trustworthy friend. I don't have... No, I need all of the gears to be able to get that last one. I only played the demo. I didn't love it. I didn't, like, hate it, but it wasn't for me, is what it wound up being, I thought. I remember liking the gameplay, but the storytelling and the characters made me want to scream. Oh, that math does make sense. I thought I had 102 spheres for some reason, and I was like, where did I miss 3? Dangerous Dinner. What a name. I'll probably just wait for Advance Wars and pick that up instead. Which they hopefully will give us a date on sooner or later. Yeah, it was so slow, and, like, honestly, the characters acted like idiots, and I didn't like it. And everyone was so serious. But, like, I remember the gameplay was fine. But I could have seen it being a game where I would have found myself, like, skipping every single cutscene, because I would have been like, man, just shut up, please, and let me play the game. Which I think, again, I think that's just a it's not for me kind of thing. Not that I needed that, but I'm gonna take it anyway, because I want it. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the first boss in the game is Russian, so... it's understandable, honestly. I'm not holding it against them. I just hope they give us an update at some point. Even if they said it's not coming out until October, that's better than thinking it might not ever come out. Yep. Screwed that up. Hopefully I didn't... Oh, God. I made a lot of mistakes there. Hopefully I didn't need spear. Excuse me. And realistically, I guess I kind of went back and forth on this, because it would have came out, I think, last week, was when the actual release date was, or it was like 2 Fridays ago or something like that. And at the time, I was still really into Forgotten Land, I think. So, for a while, I was like, I don't really mind it, because I have other stuff to play anyway. But then I also did hit a point where I was like, damn, I could really have used that game right now. That hit me. Okay. I thought I was safe. It's kind of a... I don't want to say amusing, because that's the wrong word. It's an interesting twist of fate, though, that I think the original the game that this is a remake of was delayed in the States because of 9/11? Because it came out like 2 days before 9/11 or something like that? Or no, it came out here and then it was delayed in Japan or something. So then also the remake is getting delayed because it's like, you can't make this shit up. Like, how does that even happen? For a second, I was like, how the hell am I supposed to do this? Oh, right, I have water. Oh, duh. Hey, JMT, how's it going? I can't just stand on the lava, right? I can just kind of... I can't damage boost it up there. How the hell am I supposed to do that? Oh, I guess I'd have to cool all of the blocks first. And now I don't have water, so I'm screwed. Fuck me. Well, I think the plan is to just restart the stage, because I don't want to have to redo the whole thing. Do the whole thing twice, rather. And it's kind of interesting, because I'm like... I guess I'm curious, if it would have came out as planned, do you think anyone would have, like, pointed it out? You know what I mean? Because I never even thought of it. And then when they delayed it, I was like, oh yeah, that actually makes sense, but I didn't even consider that. But I'm pretty good at, like, you know, separating reality from fiction, and I guess a lot of people aren't. But I guess I'm curious. You could say it, when I think cursed, I think that's like, the series doesn't do well, and this is more of a, like, that was Nintendo's choice to delay it, right? And I guess there's a small part of me that thinks, did they need to delay it? Was that necessary? Like, that's not cursed because it's by choice, you know what I mean? When I think cursed, I think out of their control. And it is out of their control, but delaying it wasn't out of their control. You know what I mean? Again, I love these backdrops. This whimsical hellscape back there. Yeah, there was one on DS too, wasn't there? Did anything happen with that one? Hell, there was even Advance Wars 2 on top of that. Oh, so I just didn't hit it early enough before, okay. Yeah, I hope they don't just, like, Star Fox 2 it. And just delay it indefinitely. And like I said, I question, would people have... If it came out, do you think now people would be like, can you believe Nintendo released this? Like, would they just be losing their shit over it? Because I guess I didn't hear anybody saying anything about it before that. Like, it's not like when the whole war started that people were like, oh man, that Advance Wars game better not be coming out still. Like, I didn't hear anybody say that. Now, like I said, when they did delay it, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So I don't necessarily hold it against them. But my bigger thing is like, I kind of wish they would have said, we'll release it in a week. Or not in a week, in like a month. Instead, I have a feeling they're just waiting for the whole thing to end, which is like, who knows how long that's gonna take. Yay. Worth. But anyway, as far as that, like, genre goes, yeah, I'll probably just wait for that to come out. Or maybe, and I know I've been saying this for fucking years, so if anyone wants to be like, you're full of shit, I'm not gonna say you're wrong. After the new Fire Emblem Warriors comes out, I was thinking about playing the new Fire Emblem Warriors. They just released a trailer saying about how that also has branching paths. I figured I'll play it, take the path that matches the path I took in the original game, and then we can go back and replay the original game, play a different path, play Warriors again, play that path, which is like, who the hell knows when I'll actually get around to any of that, but... So that's another option. I'm not completely lacking in... I never finished Wargroove either, let's be real. That's another one that never got finished. Oh god. Kirby, get up. Thank you. No, don't. You don't understand. Where the fuck did you come from? How would I get that? Not like this, that's for damn sure. I don't like the tornado. This is... So I talked about a little bit about this in Forgotten Land, in regards to Kirby speedrunning, where I really like this game. So I wanted to research speedrunning it at one point, and then found out that they just used tornado for the entire fucking game, and I was like, that's awful. I don't want anything to do with that. Oh. That's fair. So again, good design here. Because it's a bit of a trial and error situation, but it's also, you can just leave the room and go back in and it resets. You can try again. Not a big deal. Oh, I have to wait. Yay. Double yay. Blech. I think the other unfortunate thing is, no matter how much time they wait on Advance Wars, the comparisons are still going to be made. It's just like the sad truth. If they waited 10 years to release it, well, maybe not 10 years, but if they waited like a full, say the war ended tomorrow, and then they still waited until the end of the year to release that game. It came out, like, right before Christmas. Not even right before Christmas. Let's say it comes out first week of January 2023. People are still gonna be like, oh, the first boss is Russian? What a coincidence. Like, they're still gonna comment on it. At this point, you can't avoid it. So that's why I'm like, I hope they don't just Star Fox 2 it and just be like, well, that's not coming out. Wee. Wee. But yeah, like I said, at the moment I have other games to play anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. I mentioned earlier that, like, not only do I have my long-term to-do list of games I want to play, but I've been creating a short-term to-do list of games that are just like, yo, I want to play this. And I've just been kind of putting them in order and saying, okay, we'll finish Return to Dreamland, and then we're gonna get back to Loop Hero and finally finish that. And then Bug Snacks is gonna come out, so I'll probably hop on that and play that. And then after that, I'll have Game Pass again because the new Deep Rock update will be out. So I will probably return to Hades and we'll play that. So do I even have time for Advance Wars right now? Not really. So it's kind of fine. Similarly, and the nut jobs that are fans of it are probably going to disagree, because it's the only game they play, I think the Breath of the Wild delay made sense too, because there's gonna be so much shit coming out at holiday. Now, like I said, the Breath of the Wild nutjob fans are like, oh, now there's not gonna be anything to play in the holiday. What's gonna save holiday for Nintendo? Ignoring the fact that there's a fucking Pokemon game coming out. Like, it's insanity. Whatever will they do without their precious Breath of the Wild? Anyway. Some of these sequences are pretty tough, too, in back on the discussion of difficulty. Excuse me, I need in there. Hit? Really? Reminds me of that character in King of Fighters that uses a whip. I can't remember her name. So I'm really bad with names, but it just reminds me of that. I do hope View was still here to hear that one. Oh god, I didn't see those. Wow, I should have just been absorbing the things he was shooting. That did a ton of damage. Whips Garbo. Okay. Once again, a full heal before I finish the stage seems arbitrary, but thank you, I guess. Yeah, they got, what? Bayonetta, Xenoblade, Pokemon. There's also a new Sonic game, but I think that's on every platform, so that might not do, like, that well for Nintendo. Well, they typically do pretty well on Nintendo consoles. There's enough coming out at the end of the year, is what I'm getting at. If you think Breath of the Wild was the only thing on their plate, I think you need to broaden your interests a little bit. I wouldn't go that far. Remember, we thought the same thing about Let's Go, and we were totally wrong. Oh, everybody's gonna want Pikachu. Nobody's gonna take something other than Pikachu. It's Pikachu. And then everybody got Eevee, so I wound up getting Pikachu instead. I think you underestimate people a little bit there. Oh god. Well, that was... Oh god. That's mean. That's mean. What hit me? The bomb? I thought I hit it, but okie dokie. Whatever you say. People adore Eevee. People adore purple. So, yeah, exactly. It's... Yep. Not my favorite ability, but sure, let's go. Hey Riley, what do you mean you vomited? Why? What'd you do? Oh god. No, you don't understand. Does this make... Oh, it does make my light source larger. That's neat. Man. Not to fucking jinx it, but I can't remember the last time I threw up. Like, legitimately. It has to have been, like, over, like, 10 years ago. Probably longer. Had some badass indigestion and acid reflux, but not actual throwing up. Also can't remember the last time I had the, I've had the hiccups. I don't know what that says. Every now and then I'll be, like, watching a streamer and they'll be like, oh, I have the hiccups. And I'm like, dude, when was the last time I don't get the hiccups, like, ever. Yeah, fuck Tornado. Ooh. Oh, it's not as big of a charge, okay. Noted. Oh. That's a lot of damage. What? Bitch! And I will take your hammer. Bum, ba, bum. Oh, right, I remember this. The part where using different charges of hammers actually becomes useful. I really liked the super abilities in this game, perhaps worth pointing out. I thought they were neat. Yeah, it was a mistake, but I needed to kill those motherfucks. Are you still sick, or is it like you got it out of your system? Excuse me? Was that Mega Man 6 bullshit? No, not like this. Oh no, that was actually what I had to do. Look at that. Yeah, it's probably just something you ate then. Is my totally professional medical advice. Fuck your fire? Bap. Bap. Oh. What a derpy snake. Hit him with the big one. Not with earbuds, that means you have to leave us. Oh, that game's music is pretty good. I never really considered Monster Hunter as a series with good music, to be honest. I don't know if that's a hot take. But I do think Rise's soundtrack is pretty good. Not even pretty good, like, quite good. When are we gonna get the Monster Hunter hurdle? Oh, that's trippy. Oh. That's quite trippy. I like how they managed to make such interesting stage design without, like... Oh god, without making it like, what the fuck am I looking at? You know what I mean? The stage design is never, like... I'm trying to think of a good example of that. Of a game where the stage design gets very imaginative, but then as a result, you never know what the fuck is going on. Because the stage is, like, constantly moving. But these are, like, imaginative, but not like that. You can still keep track of what the hell's going on. You know what actually comes to mind, of all things, and I'm not sure why, is the Wonderful 101. That was one of those games where, like, there was all sorts of shit happening, to the point where you'd often, like, lose track of what the hell was going on. That one went pretty smoothly. Sorry, my computer was being silly. Leaf was kind of a neat ability, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty cool. Yo! By the time we 100% this game, I will be more consistent at actually hitting the top level of this. Probably not, but a man can dream. This stage is kind of short. Aren't these, like... These are the last... spheres, aren't they? I don't know, how many did the first stage have? Yeah, these are the last ones. So it's basically this and then the boss. Oh, this looks intense. So how many of the new monsters have you fought so far, Riley, and what do you think of them? I know you fought Aknosom and Great Azuchi. Ah, that was dumb. They shouldn't have done that. I wanted it back. I would not be denied. And then I was denied. Oh, and Tetranodon. Tetranodon is top tier. You don't have to tell me what you think of Tetranodon because he's just the best. It's a shame that he's low in terms of difficulty, and you just never fight him in endgame at all. Well, that was just stupid. I think... I need an ability. Please and thank you. I think I know which ones you have coming up still, but I'm not gonna like... Even though if I were to say them by name, you wouldn't know what they are, but still. I will avoid spoiling. I think out of the new monsters, I don't know if there's any I outright dislike. Where I'm just like, I hate this thing. I think for the most part, they're all pretty good. But there's probably at least one, and I'm just not thinking of it. In fact, because I kind of remember when we were doing the rest of the Crash courses, I think there was one where I was like, this is the only new monster that I can't fucking stand. But I don't remember what it was. That was not as effective as I was hoping. That also lasts for an eternity. So one up there. For some reason, I remember one of these big ones concealing a door. Might not be a big one. It might be one of these small ones, for all I know. Nope, there it is. First try every time? What, like video games are hard? Got him. Got him. Got him. Works for me. Oh, what do you think you're doing? I'll take that, thank you very much. Oh god. This is quite the endeavor they have me going through. Yay, I did it. Once again, first try. What, like video games are hard? Admittedly, a lot of it is like, I mean, one, I've played the game before, but a lot of it too is that Kirby games and their puzzles, if you want to call them that, have like a rhythm to them, if that makes sense. And after you've played enough Kirby games, and 100% enough Kirby games, you start to pick up on, like, I know what they're going to expect me to do here. Also, I forgot about this fun little boss rush, except you have the Ultra Sword. Also, this music is going hard right now. You're just a normal bonkers. Get the hell out of here. Yes, I just cut a volcano in half. Excuse me? Thank you. Oh god. This is fine. This seems less fine. But still fine, just less fine. Why do they keep giving me sleep? Fucking trolls. The past, like, 3 of these, they've been like, you want the sleep ability, right? Oh god, there's 2 of them? Excuse me? It hit the sun and got destroyed. Fuck you, dude. Didn't mean to do that. I'm glad that that wasn't a thing they kept in Forgotten Land, where if you lost your ability and it like dropped onto like spikes or into water, it just dissolved. They kind of tossed that, which was not one of my more favorite abilities or mechanics for sure. It's pretty unforgiving. How do warp stars work, do you think? Are they on a set path? Do they... Really, there's nothing up here. Look, why let it scroll that high? That was very suspicious. Do they drive themselves? Do they have a mind of their own? Does the passenger decide where they go? Like, I'm... Who took us on that little scenic route? Was that Kirby, or was that the warp star having a mind of its own? That was very dramatic. Boom, ba-da-boom. I think we have something to tend to before we do the boss and finish the game. If I remember right, this one is like all the hold items, if you want to call them that. Yeah, item challenge. Let's go. That's cute. Excuse me? It's fucking Mega Man 6 bullshit. Doing this fast does not seem like a fun time. Okay, they're slow. That helps. Thank you for your service. Missed that one bit with the, How would I get the key out of here, though? Am I dumb? Oh. I am picking up what you are putting down. Use the trick that you just taught me. I got it. The trick that was not relevant until this very moment of the game. Oh, but now how do I get that? I'm screwed, I think. I had to also bring that to that side. Oh, the door stayed open. Surprisingly forgiving. Hopefully that was worth coming back in for. Especially as, you know. Oh, I might actually run out of time, though. Especially if I try to go this way. That's unfortunate. Being too thorough. And screwing up puzzles. That was another slight problem. Alright. Okay. Let's just restart that. That was not great. I think we'll take a short break before we do the final boss as well. Oh, I missed one. That's okay. Those sections make me nervous. I'm constantly afraid that I'm gonna, like, miss the bomb. Or I'll hit it, but I'll hit it too late and then just get squashed. Hopefully those points are worth it, because that one's pretty slow. Excuse me? Okay, so I gotta do this. Kirby? Didn't realize I was about to overshoot it. I pressed jump and he just decided not to. You love to see it. Whee! Oh, it's right there. I was very close. That wasn't gold? Probably because of the damage I took. That's unfortunate. Oh well. All we need is silver, it's fine. Okay, so these are all cleared with silver or better. We did the games down there. I don't think we needed to, but we did them anyway. And they were fun, so it's fine. I don't think we have to do anything with these. Okay. We just have a final boss to kill. As I said, I think we're going to take a short break before we do that. Because then we will be... I don't expect the final boss to give me a lot of trouble, if I'm being honest. But we'll be free to... Well, it is... I guess I don't remember how long of a ordeal this is. Because I'm pretty sure they had extra phases in... both the harder difficulty and the Colosseum. So I don't fully remember exactly everything we have to do here. But, it might take a while, and then I don't have to worry about rushing and feeling like, oh, I have to wait for the credits to be done so I can take my break. I'll just do it now. So I will be back in just a short couple minutes, and then we will, we'll wrap up the normal difficulty. Probably do the arena after that, if I had to guess. So... stay tuned, I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Alright, let's boogie. Hopefully they give me a good ability selection here. I guess bomb? I want something that's long range. Definitely not bird. That's a weird choice. I should have turned up the heat while I was up. It's a little chilly. It's not like super chilly though. It's probably fine. I don't think I... Yeah, let's try bomb. Take down the super evil dragon that was bullying our very, very, very trustworthy new friend. I'm sure nothing sinister is afoot here. I mean, listen to that music. Clearly evil. They also seem to be a bitch. This is going smoothly so far. I mean, bomb's working out pretty fucking good so far. Ow. What, like video games are hard? Yeah, we did. We beat the super evil dragons. And everybody looks very happy about it, so surely nothing bad is going to happen, right? Bravo, Kirby. You've truly earned your reputation as a hero. Your help defeating Landia was invaluable. At long last, it's mine. Source of limitless power, the Master Crown. Obtaining this crown has been my ultimate goal all along. You lied to- Look at fucking DDD. What's with all the weird looks? Fine, let me explain everything. I fought Landia by myself and lost, so I fled to planet Popstar. That's when the thought struck me. I could have you defeat Landia for me. A stroke of genius, I know. You even helped me repair my Star Cutter. I really did appreciate that, by the way. Anyway, yeah. The time has come for your planet. No, the time has come for the entire universe to bow down to me. And for being such a big help in all of this, your planet gets to go first. Prepare to bow, Popstar. Welcome your new overlord. Fucking DDD. What a dope. My new friend lied to me? I trusted you. And you broke my heart. You know, if you always had blue eyes, I might have trusted you more. Just saying. But no, you had super evil green eyes when we fought. Was that because of the crown, or is that just an inconsistency? And they changed in the cutscene. Now I'm curious. No, they have blue eyes now. I think, so, it was just part of the cutscene, I guess. Or not part of the cutscene, rather. It's part of the crown that did it. Which, once again, I mentioned in Forgotten Land. There was not a shoot-'em-up section in Forgotten Land, which is very strange. I forgot you can shake to charge that up. That's a little tight. Alright, come at me, motherfucker. I don't like that the crown twitched. Did anybody else catch that? Hey, bro. How's it going? Fair. I think on the harder difficulties, that does like a 360 spin. I was already reacting to it, even though it did not happen. Jerk. By the way, Blue, if I can manage to finish this up tomorrow, or Wednesday, I'm actually not sure if I'm going to take tomorrow or Wednesday off. I'm kind of feeling... Oh, no, there it is. I'm kind of feeling of doing it tomorrow, but... I don't know. But anyway, if I can finish this up by Thursday, we might do Monster Hunter on Thursday instead. Although I haven't even begun to make armor and decide which weapon I would want to use with you guys. Thinking maybe hammer. But I don't know if I'll finish this by then. I feel like it's possible. Yo, or definitely taking Spark. Like, fucking dream on. God, Spark is so good. Yeah, now that it took me a while to remember it, but now that I did remember it, Spark's really good just because you can shake the controller to charge it up in this game. So if you just keep shaking constantly, you just always have a shot ready. And you can do it while doing anything. Dodging an attack? No, charge up your laser. Alright, someone get me a fucking Smash Ball. Those are... No, that's a Smash Ball. We're good. Excuse me? Thank you. Bitch! Ah, that's fair. Another. It's just this little snake enemy. Where the hell did that come from? I don't think I've ever seen that in, like, the entire game. Oh, I don't like this. I'm actually kind of eager for you to take this one away from me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Another! Yep, that's the one. Oh god. Doesn't seem like a good idea. You probably should have stayed in the background. Oh god. That seems like a little much, Kirby. a little much. That's what you get for lying to me, jerk. I thought this phase was only in the harder difficulties. I was using that. Oh god, that's the one I definitely did not want to get hit by. Alright, Blue, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, it is fairly late already. Alright, well, I would have preferred water, I think, but I guess I'll have to make this work. Wonder if I could have... That was stupid. Thought, hey, maybe if I get under him, I can just hit him a bunch. I'm very low on health. I'm not feeling good about this. I'm especially not feeling... I forgot that he can use this fucking super abilities, dude. Oh. I didn't know you can hit those back. Oh god. That was worth a shot. Hopefully that did a lot of damage. I'm one hit from death now. That's new. Oh, I knew it was gonna happen like that. I knew it was just gonna be taking chip damage from getting too fucking close to him. Like, I could feel it. I was like, that's how this is gonna go down. He's not gonna outright hit me with an attack, it's just gonna be... because I have to use a melee ability here. Thank God this game has better checkpoints than Spirit Tracks, so it's fine. If this was Spirit Tracks, we would have had to redo it all from the beginning. Maybe not fully from the beginning, but at least from the beginning of, like... Probably would have had a checkpoint after the shoot-'em-up section. That would have probably been the last checkpoint. God, Spark is just so good. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I hate this. Have you had enough? I think he dead. I think he dead. But this is trippy. A minor thing I don't like about this game, and it's not like it's a I wish they would have done it like this, more than a disliking how they did it. Because ultimately it doesn't hurt the experience at all. But, like, the focus of the game was very much like, hey, you have these 4 playable characters. But if you're playing the game alone, you can only play as Kirby, because the game is still designed for you to have those super abilities. You can only play those characters in the arena, I think. Or multiplayer. Which, again, it doesn't really hurt the experience, but it would have been neat to have a mode where you could play through as those. I guess maybe that's something with that Forgotten Land didn't have either. Is I said a couple times throughout that playthrough, like, I hope there's like a post-game mode that takes out the Kirby exclusive parts and lets you play as Waddle Dee. And there wasn't, which kind of sucked. But maybe they'll add it as a DLC or something. God, he's so dopey in this game. Hey, Volpet. What'd you miss? You missed the end! It's over. Does it bother anybody how Meta Knight has arms? Like, he's just a Kirby, right? He's just a dark blue Kirby, but he, like, legit has arms. Yeah, the final boss is really cool, for sure. I like most of what there is about this game. Like I was just saying, the one thing that I'm like, is I wish you could play as the other characters, like, solo. You could only do it in the arena, and you can only do it when you're playing multiplayer. And even in multiplayer, I think player 1 has to be Kirby. But it's like, that doesn't really hurt the experience, so it's fine. I forgot you could run around in a stack like that. Yeah, but you can still see, like, it's like he's wearing the glove on, like, the end of the arm flap. If you were to take the glove off, he would still have, like, actual arms leading to his hands. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't take away from the game that you can't play as them, but it would have been a neat, like, post-game kind of thing to do, I think. It's maybe one of those things where, like, So I'm trying to move my brain into a 5-star rating system instead of a 10-star, but I would say if I was going with 10-star, I would give this game a 9 out of 10. If you could play as all of the other characters in, like, a post-game mode, other than the arena, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. Because that would just be, oh, well, I can go through and play as the other characters, too. That's cool. That's just an extra added little excellent. You know what I mean? But with the 5-star system, I'd probably give this game a 5-star. Like, I think it's really good. There's a lot to do. It's very well polished. I think it's aged very well. I've mentioned before, I think if anyone came in and had never seen this game before, I could probably trick them into thinking it's a Switch game. Because I feel like it's aged quite well. Yeah, but the thing is, Triple Deluxe and... Did Robobot have one too? I think it did. Those both had modes where... Now, granted, those came out after this. But, those had modes where they're basically, like, abridged versions of the game, where they would take out the parts that you had to use Kirby on, and then they'd be like, okay, you can play through as DDD, or you can play through as Meta Knight. And really, I hope they add modes like that to Forgotten Land. Although Forgotten Land was also quite good. I'd probably give that, like, probably a 5 out of 5, too. Yeah, I mean, they have to, because there's certain things that the other characters just can't do. And yeah, to be fair, this one kind of... This was effectively the first modern Kirby game, I guess is how I would look at it. This is the first one that used 3D graphics. All of the ones before this were 2D. So if you wanted to look at them in, like, generations, like Sonic style, I'd say this is, like, the one that started the modern era. And, they just didn't get that far yet, I guess. It was clearly something they thought of later, because then they did it in the later games. And hell, you could probably say that Forgotten Land is a new start of a new generation there. The end? Yay, we did it. Extra. The arena. Anything else? We good? Okay. On that note... Oh, you have to beat it first before you can play as the other characters, I think. It's so stupid. I was thinking, like, should I do this as a different character then? But nah. Wow, they're starting strong. They're like... no breaks. This is going to be exhausting due to how I'm going to be shaking the controller for like 15 minutes straight. God, damage numbers pop out when you hit this guy. Disagree. Yeah, especially on extra mode, I remember this boss is super difficult. So I guess it's worth pointing out that sure, you missed the end of normal mode, but we obviously still got a lot to go. I don't remember how many rounds there are here. Batty Puffer. Yeah, they gave him different attacks. They're just more aggressive in general. I remember, like, I think we talked about this briefly yesterday. The first time I played this game, like when I first got it, I think I 100% it. I think I did the arena, but I did not do extra mode. And then I believe I may have gone back and did extra mode at some point. I'd be curious to watch my stream playthrough from 4 years ago. That might have been the first time I saw any of the extra stuff, but I don't fully remember. This thing is beating my ass. This is going very poorly. But I didn't know that there was extra stuff in extra until I decided to do it one day. I was like, yeah, sure, let's do that. And then I think what I did, I think I maybe picked the game up again when I moved to Virginia, because just with the bad internet I had, I was always like, I was just looking for different things to do all the time. And I think I might have picked it back up then, and that's when I decided to do extra and found out that there was different bosses. And one of them is from the canceled GameCube game that never came out. I don't know if a lot of people know that. What? Well, that was interesting. I tried to get out of there, but ice physics and Kirby just kind of ran in place. Yeah, was this the first one that Galacta Knight was in? I don't remember. This was the game that made me realize that there's more to Kirby games than meets the eye. Because I actually sat down and 100% it and found myself, like, so surprised at, like, just how much content there was. No damage! No damage. No, he was not in Forgotten Land. That was a different night. There's been a lot of them. I don't think there wasn't a new boss added in Forgotten Lands Coliseum. The final boss had an additional phase, but there wasn't an entirely new fight added like there has been in some of these other games. I mean, I guess the extra phase for the final boss was effectively a new fight, but you know what I mean. I mean, like, a new character. Spark is so good, dude. Yeah, it's cool to be doing, like, just playing through the content and then just finding something that you weren't expecting. Again, this was kind of the game that made me realize that, like, oh, there's definitely a lot more to these games than you'd think. I don't actually remember if I finished Triple Deluxe, by the way. I think I just beat Triple Deluxe. I don't think I did 100%. Robobot I completely 100% though. I would love to play Robobot again and play it on stream. I wonder how well it emulates. That would be one I'd be okay with emulating, since I do, like, absolutely still own the game. I just don't want to play it on 3DS. The problem is, and I know from playing Triple Deluxe on emulator, that it kind of sucks, because you have to basically button map the motion controls for when that shit comes up. And I don't remember how much of that is in Robobot. But I could probably figure out a way to do it. I don't know if Spark's, like, the best way to do this, but I like it. I think it's good. I think some melee attacks probably do more damage, but this is pretty safe. It's exhausting, though, because you're just shaking the controller for, like, 15 minutes straight. Maybe I'll think about going and doing Robobot after Dreamland 3 and 64. I think for now we already have enough going on. God, there's another one. I also, as I mentioned yesterday briefly, I'm pretty interested in maybe trying to get, like, and trying to play that multiplayer Kirby game where it's just boss fights. See if enough of you guys would be interested in playing it, that we could do, like, a short stream series of that. I don't know if that game has an energy, like a stamina system, though. That might be a bit of a problem. I guess I should, like, re-download the game. I tried to look for it last night. Apparently I uninstalled it at some point. And just play it a little bit to get an idea of how it would work. Yeah, stamina system might be a bit of a downer. From a stream perspective, anyway. This does so much damage, too. Yeah, I kind of remember that. Mr. Dude. I'll skip the healing, I think. What? Oh, that's where the snake enemy is from. Oh, the arena in general? Yeah, I mean, that's what Smash's mode was inspired by in the first place. That's why it uses the same music in Melee. Because I think Superstar probably had the first arena, if I had to guess. I do think Superstar, like, I kind of low-key criticize it, because I don't think it's that great, but I do think it kind of set the precedent for modern Kirby games in regards to, like, they always have an arena, they always have mini-games, etc. You don't even get a break from shaking here. I wonder if I'm gonna put so much of a focus on playing a bunch of different Kirby games this year, I wonder if I should just take a step back and just make it a marathon and start doing them in order instead of just jumping around the way I am. I think it would take a couple of things for me to decide to do it like that, though. Mostly, like, if they'd make, you know, Game Boy Switch Online, so I could access all of those, then I'd probably be like, yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do all of them. I saw that today that, like, there was a leak about Game Boy Advance Online, but nothing about... I didn't see anything about Game Boy. Which I've said before, I don't necessarily have anything against Game Boy Advance, but I do wish they'd do Game Boy first. I think the harsh reality is that when it comes to Game Boy Advance games, there's not a lot of games I can think of that I would want to play that aren't, like, third-party games, that are probably not going to be on there. I guess I could try to make an excuse to play Minish Cap again or something. And I guess I could play There was a Kirby's Adventure remake on there, wasn't there? Well, the Game Boy Advance one was like, that wasn't a rumor. That was like an undeniable leak. That was like, yeah, this is probably real. I avoided looking at the game list because I was like, to a point, I kind of do like the slow trickle of games just because you get the suspense of what are they gonna add next. So I didn't look at the list of games. I saw it do it solely because I woke up and Mother 3 was trending, and I was like, why? Why? Like, either it's something ridiculous or it actually got announced, and it didn't get announced, so it's gotta be something ridiculous, right? And it was basically like, oh yeah, there was this Game Boy Advance leak, and Mother 3 wasn't on there, but it's got people saying, like, well, this would give them the opportunity to release it finally. Bitch! Melted. Otherwise, I just bought the 2 Metroid games on Wii U, so... I mean, I'd probably play them again, just because why not? I guess I could play Minish Cap. Easy, first try. I guess I'd have easy access to streaming the Fire Emblems if I wanted to. I feel like there's a solid chance that they wouldn't put Pokemon on there again, because they seem to be weird about that. But there wasn't like a mainline Mario game on there. Okay. We don't need to watch this again, right? We've been through this. But yeah, I hope they do Game Boy first. I think Game Boy, Mario Land 2, Wario Land, Kirby's Dream Land, Metroid 2, Link's Awakening. Like, there's some good shit on the Game Boy that I think a lot of people have never played. I low-key think the Game Boy Advance is a little overrated. Just a little. Not like full tilt overrated, but just a little overrated. Game Boy Advance Switch Online would be like putting the X-Men in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, sure, it would be cool, but there's other stuff they could do first. Is the way I look at it. Alright, so we're now in extra mode. Let's see how many differences we can see. First of all, sometimes enemies are huge. The stars are now hollow for some reason. Well, Snap makes sense. I think the only game that they've ever put on Virtual Console, though, is Red and Blue. No, Gold and Silver was on 3DS too, wasn't it? I guess they haven't had the opportunity to re-release many of them. So actually, if they put 3rd gen on there, I would probably use that as an excuse to replay them. Oh, you know, okay, there is one thing on Game Boy Advance that I would be super pogged to play again, and there's a high chance of it being on there, and that's the Golden Sun games. That's like the one thing that makes me say, oh fuck, I hope so. Because I would love to replay those. I actually never played the second one. But then it's just gonna make me want a DS online so that we can get Golden Sun 3 on there, too. Otherwise, with third-party stuff, I would really want to see the Sonics on there. The 3 Sonic Advances, or at least the first one. I would really like to see Sonic Battle on there. I'm amazed that I haven't streamed Sonic Battle yet, because I really liked that game. And it's a long game, too, so I could probably get quite a few streams out of it. And they're never gonna re-release it, so I don't think I'm waiting for that. Ordinarily, I'd be like with Battle Network, I'm like, I'll just wait for them to make a collection. I think the chance of Sega making a Game Boy Advance Sonic collection is, like, pretty slim. What, for Game Boy Advance? I didn't like the Mirror game. The Mirror Kirby game, Amazing Mirror or whatever, I didn't like it. So, that's probably the one Kirby game that I'm like, I don't like this game. Would I play it if it was made available to me through those means? Probably. And then I did mention there was an Adventure remake on there, wasn't there? That would be cool to play. I'd be down for that, but I'm not, like, excited for it. You know what I mean? It would be like, oh, yeah, cool. And I think it might just be my own personal experience with the Game Boy Advance and, like, owning it as a kid. I didn't own a lot of Game Boy Advance games. I had the Pokemons. I had Mega Man Battle Network. Most of them. I didn't have all of them, but I think I had, like, 3 or 4 of them. And I had the Fire Emblems. That was kinda it. Oh, I have less health in this mode. I didn't notice that. That might suck a little bit. Oh, I guess the Advance Wars would be on there, too. But probably not right away. Because they want you to buy the new one, not just play that one. Similar to why Smash Brothers isn't on N64 yet. They'd rather you just buy the one that they can sell you for $60 plus however much the DLC costs. At least 40? 50? Hey, Theo. Like... As far as regular Game Boy goes, would really like to see Mega Man 5 in particular as well, because that's the one that has, like, completely new content. It's not just remixes of the other game's content. You know what else would be a cool game to see on there? That a lot of people aren't going to think of? Is Drill Dozer. Which, I actually have a playthrough of that on the channel. From way back in the day. That'd be a cool one to see. So, there is some good stuff that they could do with Game Boy Advance for sure. It's just... I guess I value Game Boy more because of the fact that I think a lot of people have never played those games. And I don't really support the idea of, like, let's just make available the games that everybody's played a billion times. I like the idea of, let's put some games on there that people haven't played before and introduce them to some new things. Now, to be fair, I think the people that are hyped for the Game Boy Advance stuff aren't, like, the same people that are like, oh, Ocarina of Time. I'm gonna play that for the 57th time. I think it's a little more niche, the game, like, the people who have just played the hell out of Game Boy Advance games. It's not as mainstream, because it's still handheld, and people just disrespect handheld. And a lot of the franchises are more niche, too. Like, Fire Emblem isn't that niche anymore, but at the time it was. Pokemon was, of course, fairly mainstream. I would argue a lot of people probably haven't played Minish Cap either. Despite the fact that Zelda's super mainstream, the handheld ones tend to be disrespected. And it would be cool to see, like, okay, if I hadn't have bought the Metroids on Wii U, I'd probably be excited about it being able to play those on there. Like, if I'm being real. But I am still like, Metroid 2 would be cooler. And honestly, what I think they should do, and I guess I should hope that they do this, because I think it would be a good idea, is add Game Boy as just Switch Online, and then add Game Boy Advance as the expansion pack. Because then, that was something that was maybe not great with the N64, was that they only added stuff to the expansion pack. They need to also add stuff to normal Switch Online over time, I think. So if they add normal Game Boy to that, and then add Advance to expansion pack, I think that would be pretty smart. And I'd be like, yes, this makes sense. Well, yeah, but they get your money either way. And I think since Game Boy Advance is going to be more compelling to most people anyway, it makes sense to put it on the expansion tier. Because again, I think people disrespect handheld, and Advance is still a handheld, but it's basically a portable Super Nintendo, and people fucking love the Super Nintendo, so it got some credit, whereas the Game Boy was highly disrespected, I think. And therefore, I think a lot of those games are just, people have never played them. Also worth mentioning, so there's two bits of news that I saw today when I was getting up. One was the Game Boy Advance thing. The other was that ratings have started to pop up about Sonic Origins. And people are thinking that might be closer to release than we think, just because, like, Sega hasn't mentioned it since it was first announced. But, it might be getting pretty close, because apparently there was stuff like data mined off of PlayStation Network and such. So hey, that might be on the way soon. Origins is the remastering of 1, 2, CD 3, and Knuckles, which we've known about for, like, about a year, actually. It was about a year ago when they first announced it, and they haven't talked about it since then. And we're expecting that they're the mobile ports, so they're gonna have, like, widescreen and enhanced features. Except Sonic 3 didn't have one, so that's gonna be interesting. We don't really know what to expect on that one. I can't really imagine a reality where I don't buy it, though. Like, I'll probably get it kind of regardless. Yeah, I didn't read anything about it. And I mentioned that a bit ago. Like, I didn't want to read the game list in particular. Oh god, that was very explosive. Because I'd rather just, like, wait and find out. But from what I saw, it looked, like, pretty legit. Like, it wasn't a... It may have gotten leaked. It was a... It got fucking leaked. That is true. Just because it got leaked doesn't necessarily mean it's coming soon. If I'm being honest, though, I could see it dropping in the summer. As, like, an E3 kind of thing. Which we don't have E3 this year, but you know what I mean. I could have seen that being the timing for it. I imagine we'll still have a Direct in June. Although there's a chance that we could make, like, I'm getting that feeling, right? Where it's like, when you're starting to see a lot of stuff pop up. Like the Game Boy Advance thing, there was the Sonic Origins thing. We need to see a new release date for, Advance Wars. They got the Zelda delay announcement out of the way so that they don't have to worry about disappointing people during the Direct. I can feel it. I can feel that we're getting close to a Direct within maybe the next month. So they might not have one in June for E3 time. They might do one in, like, May instead, is what I'm getting at. Since they can just schedule it themselves now, they might do it earlier. Yeah, kinda. More like a sixth sense in general. It's just kind of like a feeling, where it's like... Although it's tricky sometimes, because then you'll feel it sometimes, and they'll be like... Hey, here's a new trailer showing a bunch of shit about Fire Emblem Warriors, which they did last week. And it's like, well, if there was a Direct coming, why wouldn't they have waited and held on to that? So I might be way off. I would at least expect to see one in the summer sometime, though. Around the time of when E3 would be. Because they were probably planning something already. Yeah, except I don't do that stuff where I'm like... Nintendo Direct? Mother 3? Smash? Smash? Mario Kart 9? Yeah, for me it's more of a, I can feel that a direct is coming. And I think part of that is because I don't particularly care what's in the direct anymore. I'd rather just be surprised. What a weird enemy, by the way. The fucking Waddle Dee suit. One thing I will say, I tend to mock people who are also like, Mario Odyssey 2? Galaxy 3? I tend to mock those people as well. However, Odyssey came out like 4 years ago. And 5 years ago? 4 years ago? And at this point, I really don't... We're not going to see a Switch 2 until 2024. At least. I think that's an easy assumption based on the fact that the Mario Kart DLC is planned to go through the end of 23. So I don't think we're going to see a Switch 2 until 2024. Unless they're just going to port Mario Kart 8 to Switch 2 again and continue doing DLC. I don't think that's what they're going to do, though. I think that's meant to tide us over until Switch 2, and then Mario Kart 9 is probably going to be a launch title. So anyway, if the Switch 2 is not going to be till 2024, we're not going to see another main Mario game until then? That seems pretty crazy. So, there might be a chance that they're going to, like, surprise, there's another Mario game coming out, in, like, next year. I don't think it's going to be an Odyssey 2, though. Maybe it will be. I don't know. Depends on if they feel like they had more ideas to explore there. You gotta remember the only reason they did the Galaxy sequel was because they thought they had more. They had more ideas that they thought were worth pursuing. But then I guess there was also 3D World, which was like maybe not so much that they had ideas left over. I'll be curious to replay 3D World someday, just because I remember liking it the first time I played it. And then I tried to play it a second time, and I was like, this is boring. But I remember the first time I was like, dude, this is fucking hype. Dude, that guy just got fucking wand. Like, hard. Like, get the fuck out of here. Who do you think you is? Smash? The only time I'm ever like, Smash is when I see like a new character, and I'm like, dude, this character was tailor-made for Smash Brothers. Like the villain in Metroid Dread. Like, dude, that motherfucker, when they designed that motherfucker, they were like, this character's going into Smash Brothers someday. It might not be for another 8 years, but like, we're making this character to fit in Smash Brothers. Just says 13F, 120. Ridley? Too big? Memes? Every now and then I'll see members of the Smash community, like the fighting game community, on Twitter, calling each other out about how shitty they are. And it kind of like... it's encouraging, because it makes me believe that, like, I'm not the only one that thinks it. Where I'm like, this community's fucking cancerous. And, like, even they think they're cancerous, so it's like, okay. I'm not insane. Thank you for the confirmation. Was that no damage? Did I take a hit or did I come in with that amount of health? I don't remember. I don't think it was no damage. I'm not gonna believe in myself that hard. Maybe for the next, this is maybe a weird statement to make, because it's being very self-aware. Maybe for the next Direct, I should actually do a wish list. Of, like, this is the stuff I want to see. Would that make it more exciting to watch if I did a reaction and was like, here's what I want to see? Mario Golf DLC, Forgotten Land DLC. Because I usually just go in and I'm just like, I'd rather not get my hopes up. But that's probably like a really boring way of doing it. Like, I usually am just like, here's what I think is, like, we're going to see. Like, some degree of accuracy. But I don't know, because that last Direct, was it the last one where they showed, like, that was when they showed Forgotten Land, Advance Wars, and everything, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? Because my expectations were neutral. Like, I didn't have expectations, and they kind of blew me away. That's fun to me, so I don't know if I would want to do that. I used to make bingo cards. Maybe that's a better idea? Because I could roll it into one. Because then I could put stuff on there that I think will actually happen. But I could also put stuff on there that's just, like, batshit crazy. Like, new Wario Land game or something. And just put, like, weird shit on there. But then I could also have the predictable stuff, like... I'd say Forgotten Land DLC is pretty predictable. Maybe not predictable, but safe. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it. Oh, he didn't die. I'm amazed. Ooh, excuse me. It's just a 1-up, I don't want it. Computer disconnected everything? What, like, everything that was wireless just dropped? And of course I didn't bring the whip. Oh. I feel like everything's more durable in this difficulty. Like, they just increased health across the board. That might be crazy. Like, what's with the sand geyser holding up the sand sphere at an angle that betrays gravity? These backgrounds are wild, dude. They're so cool to look at. Like, that doesn't even make sense. That wasn't something I really needed to do, but that's okay, I guess. Blech. Oh god. Well, Needle protected me, apparently. I wouldn't say they... I mean, yes, but that's not really what I'm observing. Like, I wouldn't say that they put in work, but yes, they did. It's just that's not what I'm observing. I'm just observing that they're very imaginative. Very, very whimsical is a word I've used to describe them multiple times now. Wheel is also not in this game, is it? It's bizarre. Yeah, that's what made me think of it, is the fact that Needle gets Wheel, I guess. But it doesn't last very long, it kind of sucks. I guess Wheel wouldn't have worked with the multiplayer aspect, because then you would have had one player charging ahead while everyone else was like, hey, hold on. Oh, you do see regular bonkers at some points. I like how his hammer's made of stone now. Oh, God. Nom. Hey, screw that. Yeah, we did it. I think this is a good example of why the first time I played this game, I didn't jump straight into doing extra mode, because so far this is like the same game. There's a bunch of enemies that are larger, and that's about it, and I have less health. But it's not terribly different at the moment. Kind of lures you into a false sense of security. I'm feeling pretty confident. I think we can probably 3-stream this game. It's going fairly smoothly so far. We're only about halfway into the stream. I think we'll probably get maybe 3 or 4 worlds into this tonight. Probably 4. Maybe I'll even push to go a little bit later, just to secure that victory. Then tomorrow we'll do the other... I think there's 7 worlds in this game. We'll do the other 3, and then the Super Arena, or whatever it's called. Fine. See, even here, look at that, like, weird, gnarly tree. These landscapes are just so... This is a fucking Wii game, dude. You know what pisses me off? To no end, and this is why I shit on the games, because I think they're objectively bad. Look at this fucking game. Go look at a screenshot of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Look at the amount of detail they put in the backgrounds of these games. And then look at fucking New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And look how unimaginative and uninspired those backgrounds are. The stages are. That's why I shit on those games, because you can tell they weren't, like, into it. They were just making them for the sake of making them. Because you have this and Donkey Kong Country Returns that are fucking gorgeous on one of the most underpowered consoles of any generation. Like, it actually makes me angry. Because I keep thinking, what if they cared about Mario that much? Like, what if they also cared that much about making a 2D Mario game? And I mean, the fact of the matter, I think it's, like, considered to be a known fact that, like, Miyamoto especially does not want to make 2D Mario games. Like, at all. He has no interest in doing so. He wants to make the big imaginative 3D ones. But there is a part of me that's like, well, why don't you just make the 2D ones as imaginative? But I'm also like, fuck 2D Mario games, so I don't blame you. There's that one, and I don't remember which game it was in. It was in New Super Mario Bros. Wii or U. I don't remember. There was a world where the background was like, you know that like, and I actually don't think I know the name, but you know that one like fairly famous painting of like the Starry Night. I think it might just be called like Starry Night or something like that, with like the swirly paint. There's a whole world in one of those New Super Mario Bros. Games that has like that aesthetic as the like backgrounds, and it looks really cool. But then everything else looks super boring. It's just a life. Who cares? That was a new one. They should like it. It's the only stage that's, like, interesting at all. Those games were breathtakingly plain. You could just feel the lack of creativity and imagination with them. Especially compared to stuff like this. Still want that. So Scarlet, I told you about the... You better still be here, because I'm excited. I told you about the Sonic hurdle yesterday, right? My friend found that there's a Mega Man hurdle, too. I'm sure there's a Castlevania one out there as well, honestly. If there isn't, there will be, because these things are being made, like, every fucking day now. It's like one person had the idea to, like, hey, what if we just make it, like, a certain video game franchise? And now people are just like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And I was very proud that I got the Mega Man one in the first second and a half. Especially because it was a remix that I had never heard before. I guess I can just say it because I'm pretty sure we have a new one now anyway. So it is officially yesterday's hurdle at this point. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday's was the... Was it for DS? They did a re-release of the first Battle Network on... I think it was on DS. It only came out in Japan. And it was one of the tracks from that, which I didn't even know that had remixed music. But I was still like, oh, that's Battle Network, baby. Yum. There's also a Kirby one. I don't think I'm going to be very good at that one. I think a lot of them are going to be like, oh, I recognize the music, but I can't place what it's from. No, it's spelled like heard. Like you heard something. It's a twist on Wordle. Not Wartortle. Wordle. And I had heard of Hurdle. I think it's, at first it was just like kind of all music, and then people started making them based on, what if it's just this genre of music? Then inevitably somebody was like, hey, what if we make a video game one? And then I found the Sonic one, which I mentioned yesterday. This is a little scary. And I said yesterday about... Oh, God. That's unfortunate. I said yesterday about not doing it on stream in case any of you guys wanted to do it yourself and not be robbed of the experience. Should I just fucking do it on stream anyway? Out of... Ooh, I almost fucked up there. Out of everybody here, I think Scarlett's the only one that would want to go do it herself. And I have a feeling she never will. It'll be a thing that will be on your to-do list for 3 years. Just like getting on Discord and talking to your friends more often. I'm sorry, I maybe sounded needlessly mean. You can just Google it. But do you know, like, Sonic or Mega Man music enough for it to matter? That's why I say, like, out of everybody here, I think only Scarlett would know the music well enough to be able to do it. I guess I don't know what your Sonic experience is. I feel like your Mega Man experience isn't too high, though, is it? Now, granted, maybe you listen to the music, like, constantly. A friend of mine is like that. He's, like, really familiar with a lot of Sonic music, despite never playing the games. Or only playing the games, like, once, a long time ago. My bad. Man, I needed that. This is from Smash Brothers. I mean... They do have some, like, variations of tracks on there, sometimes. Yesterday's Sonic one was actually a remix, which I was, like... really threw me the fuck off for a while. Because it was from one of the fucking Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. God, that guy was being kind of mean. Yeah, close enough. I want to say, I think we'll do it after this, because fuck it, why not? I do want to say, though, like, if you know it, give me a chance to try to figure it out first. I don't necessarily want to play it and be like, I'm not sure, and then have a bunch of people, like, blurting out, here's what it is! Like, I'd like to try and troubleshoot it first. Should I take a break first? Nah, it's not time for a break yet. Soon, but not yet. Here, let's do it like this. Turn that down and mute it really quick. Then I'm also going to do this. This. Okay, that's supposed to... Hold on. This doesn't really matter that much, but I'm going to do it anyway because it matters to me. Why do I not have any of these set up? I guess I figured I'd never need them. Yeah, I guess I never... Oh, or whatever, fuck it. Okay, so that's the website. It's pretty minimalist. Hopefully it's not too loud. So this is the Sonic. Let's do the Kirby one first, which I'll probably fail at miserably. Oh yeah, I got nothing. So you can either guess, or you can just skip it, and then it will add extra time to the amount of the song that you're hearing. If I had to guess, this is from something that I either haven't played or I only played, like, a couple times. Because it doesn't even sound familiar. Go ahead and skip. It does sound like it might be... So you can kind of tell from the instruments, right? You can kind of help narrow it down by that. It's not like an NES game. It's not a Super NES game. It's not a Game Boy game. Actually, it could be Super Nintendo, but I don't think it's Adventure, and I don't think it's Game Boy. I also don't think it's something that's super modern, because it does kind of sound synthesized. So it's probably Game Boy Advance or DS. Unfortunately, that's not much to go off of. I don't think I'm going to be able to figure it out based on that, because it's been too long since I've played those. I don't think I stand a chance at figuring this one out. G. I wonder what that is. So this is the Sonic one. That sounds like a game over theme from one of the first 3 games. It's the intro, but it's like slightly different, which is leading me to believe it's like continue or game over or something. They don't have any game over themes, so it's not that. Doesn't look like they have any continue themes either. It's definitely like the title screen chime from like Sonic 1 and 2, but it's not that mix of it. It's a mix from something else. Oh, that doesn't help. It could be gems. Shut up. We'll get there. Well, okay. It's not the original version. It's not Sonic 1. It's not Sonic CD because it's a different track entirely. It's not Sonic 4, different track entirely. It's not Sonic Blast, Colors, Battle. Those all have completely different themes. And it might not be the title music. It might be something that was reused on something else. I think I'm going to go with the Sonic Gems title, just on a hunch. Because it sounds like something that they'd probably use for that. That is not it. Okay. It's so off-tune. Maybe it's that... what was that one called? Tales and the Music Maker? I don't even know what that is. But this sounds like a track that was from something like that. That was some weird spin-off game that has this weird off-tune version of the music. If I'm making an assumption that Tales in the Music Maker is like an app kind of game, where you make music and it's like Mario Paint, this sounds like Mario Paint. Let's go with that on a hunch. It's not that either. I think I'm wrong entirely. It might be an ending from something. Although most of those are like, that's not it. I'm trying to place the instruments. I have a feeling it's going to be like a fanfare from like Sonic Shuffle or something. It's going to be something like that, a game that I've never played. I don't think that's on here, though. Oh, yeah, it is on here. That game was pretty bad. See, I put title in, but that one didn't show up. That's kind of unfair. I guess you just have to be... See, since it didn't show up, I assumed that it wasn't an option. Since I put in title and the next one named title, like, at the bottom it has a track that isn't even labeled title, which led me to believe those were all of the available options. But that might just be that I need to figure out how this thing works a little bit better. It does maybe sound a little GBA-y. But I'm pretty sure, like, the advanced games didn't reuse those tracks, so... See, and now I'm kind of mixed because, like, if I was doing this on my own, I probably would have never thought to search for that one. Because I just gaslit myself into thinking it was not an option. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's unfair to even be like, it might be this one, because if it is this one, well, that's gonna fuck with my score. You know what I mean? That's why I was kind of like, I don't want to know what you guys think. Which I don't blame you in this particular instance, because I wasn't figuring it out anyway. Let's see if I have better luck with the Mega Man one. I mean, I dig that percussion, but I have no idea what that's from. Which means it's probably from, like... Judging by, like, the sound of the instruments, I'm guessing it's, like, a DS title or a PlayStation 1 title. So it's either one of the Legends games or, like, ZX. Or maybe... Nah, it doesn't really sound like Star Force. Star Force music has a little bit more of, like, a spacey sound to it. The issue there is, like, there's no way for me... I can narrow down what platform it is, but I'm not going to be able to narrow down what stage it is. At all. There's just no way. Let's hear a little bit more of it. I don't think that's necessarily going to help, but... I'm still... Okay, I'm backpedaling. It might be Star Force, but it could also be Legends. Still, I think. It sounds like a battle... I'm gonna say it's a battle theme from, like, Star Force. And unfortunately, searching for battle theme from Star Force is not going to be easy. Apparently it does not have battle themes. Well, they're not called battle themes, which is often a bit of a problem. I wish there was a button for just I give up. I just want to hear the full track and know what it's from, just because it fucking bangs. It's not Battle Network. I think it's a Star Force battle theme. I just don't think there's a way I could possibly narrow that down to know, like, which game it's from and which... Which particular... Especially when it's named something funky. That's gonna make it even harder. See, I almost wish they'd give you half credit for being like, it's from this game. Because I think I could figure that out. I think it's from Star Force. Because it sounds like something that would play during the combat in a game like that. Like, I can kind of, like... I can picture what the combat looks like, and I can be like, this music fits that. You know what I mean? But I'm also like, which Star Force is it from? What the hell is the track gonna be called? I don't fucking know. Well, okay, so apparently there's no tracks from Star Force 2 at all. And there's only 2 from 3. That maybe narrows it down a little bit. But even then, I feel like I'm just taking a shot in the dark, you know what I mean? I'm not really, like... But I guess if it's one of the games I just don't know very well, what can I do? There's not a whole lot I can do to triangulate it, other than what I've already done of, like, it sounds like music from this platform. Let's go with radio virus busting. That sounds like that might be, like, its main battle theme. That's not it. It's a slapper of a theme, that's for sure. See, at this point, I'm just kind of like... And this is what happened with the Sonic one, too. Where... Yesterday's. Where I was like, I recognize it, but I can't, like, really triangulate it. So it started turning into, I'm just going to go down the list and guess until I get it. And eventually I did. and then felt like an idiot, because I had myself gaslit into thinking that it was, I don't know if that's correct usage of gaslit, but whatever. I had myself believing that it was from one of the racing games. Like, firmly. And then it wound up being a track from the Olympic Games, which was a remix of a track from Forces. What, you looked up the one I guessed? Dude, what a fucking... This goes hard. I want to hear the whole thing. I don't think I'm gonna possibly guess it. I don't think it's from Legends. I think it's from Star Force. But I also am acknowledging that I'm just going to start guessing at random, and if I get it, it's like not much. I mean, I guess I still get partial credit just from knowing, hey, you found which game it was. The Final Battleground? Well, that's not it. I don't think I can hear more of it that's going to clue me in here. Is it not from Star Force? Or is it just not one of the ones I've picked so far? Battle Chip Challenge! I forgot that game existed. Credits music. I was way off. It does slap. That does slap. I was way off. That sucks. I knew that was going to be a thing, though, even though I'd like to think my Sonic and Mega Man knowledge is quite high. I knew that there was going to be a chance of, like, they might just do something that I'm like, yep, I don't know what that is. Like, that's one of the few games I haven't played, or I only played it once. It's the Hedgehog's Game World? Nope. It's worth trying. Is there a list of hurdles? I don't know. There might be. There might be. Because there's so many of them. I saw a fighting game one. I saw these three. There has to be like a Mario and a Zelda one, right? And I would assume that there's a Castlevania one. I'd be shocked if there wasn't. I don't want to play the music too much just because it's really loud and there's no volume control. So I'd have to, like, tweak it myself, and I just kind of don't feel like doing that, because then I'm going to have to remember to set it back, and it's just a pain. There's no way I'm going to get this one. Yeah, I don't even recognize the Kirby one, so that's not going to happen. You can't find this site? I think, well, actually, you can see it at the top of the screen. It's sonic-hurdle.glitch.me. But you can probably just Google Sonic Hurdle and find it. I'd be shocked if you couldn't. Oops, that's the speedrun leaderboards. I'm just gonna skip this one because with the way this is... I'm trying to... And I kind of had this problem with the Sonic one yesterday, too, where I was like... When I figured it... Like, I guess my question now is, would I have ever thought to put in Genesis to figure out that that's what it was? I probably would have, because I had that thought when I put in title. That was my first thought, is it was probably the Genesis one. But it wasn't there, so I made myself believe that it probably was not it. So I probably would have come up with it eventually. Kirby song was actually used in the Minus Infinity. Heck of Mega Man 4, really? I would have laughed if that wasn't right. I like that bass at the end. That was nice. That was the best part about it. You know what? That could be Dreamland 3. I feel like that could be Dreamland 3, and I just don't know it well enough. Hyperzone Dreamland 3? Let's guess it. Nope, that wasn't it. I don't think it's going to be the first one. Grassland? I could try. It's not mission completed. No. Could be Superstar, I guess. But there's probably going to be a lot of Superstar. Out of those... It's not the corkboard theme, I don't think. It's definitely not Gourmet Race. Oh, the Sonic one was the Genesis version of Sonic 1's title screen. The more I listen to this, the more I think it is from Super Nintendo. Like, I do think that's Super Nintendo, because it also kind of sounds like airship music from a Final Fantasy game. So I think that is Super Nintendo. So it's probably Superstar. I just don't know which one it is. It's been too long since I've played Superstar. It's not Dynablade title. It could be the Overworld, maybe? It's not Revenge of Meta Knight. Ending / credits? That could maybe be it. And watch it be a version from Superstar Ultra. But they only have 2 Ultras on here, and it's not Meta Knight's Revenge, and it's not Heavy Lobster. It kind of sounds like a credits theme. Let's go with that. Nope, that's not it. It could be Heart of Nova. I don't know that track at all. I'll go with that one first. Oh, it's Kirby 64. That is so loud. I need to find something to do about that. I never would have guessed Kirby 64, so I'm not mad about that because I was not even close to that. I was very much believing that it was Super Nintendo or Game Boy Advance or DS. Man, I did horribly on today's. That feels bad. Especially because the first 2, like the first Sonic one, I heard a second and a half and I was like, I got it. I immediately knew what it was. The second one, I immediately recognized, but I couldn't place what it was. And then this one, it was just kind of like, I mean, I recognize it. It's just a matter of triangulating which version it is. Mega Man, like, I guess I feel good that I narrowed it down to Battle Network / Star Force, but I was also very adamant in saying it's not Battle Network, so I don't think I can give myself much credit there. Kirby 64, I never would have guessed. Like, not in a million years, so... That's unfortunate. I'll just have to try harder so I can get my win rates back up. Alright, apologies for the derail, unless you enjoyed it, and then thank you for playing along. and not, like... I guess... I was a little worried on the Kirby one. For some reason, and I might be way off, feel free to just correct me and tell me that I'm stupid. I had a feeling that with the Kirby one that Scarlet 100% knew it. And just knew not to say anything, but was probably sitting there screaming at the screen going, how do you not know this? Because I thought it was from Superstar. Once I saw it was Kirby 64, I don't think... Did any of us know that? I don't think any of us knew that one. You know what, really quick, because I'm curious. Huh, it doesn't look like there's a Castlevania one yet. That's sad. I was gonna say, if there's a Castlevania one, let's play that shit and test Scarlet's knowledge. But it does not look like there's a Castlevania one yet. That's unfortunate. Unless they did something goofy like call it Dracula instead. Do I have to go down there? I don't remember. Where'd that rock guy go? There he is. No, I did not have to go down. Yeah, what if it was a Castlevania hurdle, but it was only the Castlevanias that nobody played or liked? Which is something I kind of like about the Sonic and Mega Man ones, is that they do have obscure shit on there, too. It's not like they just uploaded the Mega Man 2 soundtrack and called it a day. Like, which would have been fucking boring. I should update my friend and be like, yeah, I sucked at all of them today, good luck. Oh, I can't go back. I feel bad. I linked Twain to the Battle Network one, or to the Mega Man one. He's not gonna get either of those first two, I'm pretty sure. Hope he doesn't get discouraged or something. Yo, is the fucking air ride vehicle the Dragoon? I want to see that again. Which means they're never going to give it to me ever again. I don't know what that was. I mean, there's Rick. Who? The fuck's the fish's name? I don't remember. Hey, it's Marks. That is not Master Hand from Superstar. I don't know what its name is. Maybe I should replay Superstar. Whoa. Spoilers? Spoilers? That was nice. Kine. You know what? I thought of Kine, but I thought I was insane and was pulling it out of nowhere. Which, if you choose not to believe me, that's fine. And totally fair. What is that? It's just like a volcano with a building in front of it. Come on, give me the Dragoon again. I wanna get Riley all pogged up about it. There it is. Can I get a Riley pog and a Riley swagger in chat? Riley's probably hunting like crazy. It's not that Twain doesn't play much games, it's that I think his experience with Battle Network and Star Force in particular is very limited. Those are, like, he just never got around to playing them. I think he wants to, it's just, you know, Capcom needs to make a fucking collection so we can play them. Similar to me with Legends, I've only played the Legends games like once each. Would love to play them again. Just your move, Capcom. I'd rather not emulate them. Nope. Why is there so much to stone? I don't know. Because why not? Well, Legends I can't play on Wii U. But Battle Network, yes, I'd rather not buy them on Wii U. And Star Force isn't on there either, and I would also like to play those at some point. Again, without having to emulate them, especially because DS emulation is ass. If they do put them on Game Boy Advance Online, I don't think they're going to put all of them on there. I wouldn't get your hopes up in that regard. I think it'd be cool to put, like, the first one on there or something, just as a, hey, did you know this existed kind of thing? Yeah, didn't they put Ghosts and Goblins on there or something? But there weren't any Mega Man games, which I thought was kind of strange. I thought they'd at least put Mega Man X on there. And, like, Mega Man 2 or 3 on NES. Which, it's fucking... Of course it would have been Mega Man 2, because they think that's the only game people like, which it effectively is. Oh yeah, I always forget about Breath of Fire, because I always forget that that is a series they made. I forget that it's a Capcom series. Why did I think I need to go this way first? Oh, this is the end of the stage. I missed 2 energy spheres? Did I see that right? I was pretty sure I missed 1, but I didn't know I missed 2. It's fucking wild. Alright, so I was in the middle of the hurdle stuff when you weighed in on the GBA stuff, so I saw that you were saying it, but I didn't actually, like, read any of it. Let me see that. Oh, I only missed 1. Okay. And that's the one that I needed the beam for. That I just got trigger happy and killed the boss before I could absorb it. Also, again, I was absorbed by the hurdle stuff already. Theo, like, yes and no. I have stuff to do after the stream, but it's not, like, urgent. Like, I'll probably make something to eat. And then I want to get back into art stuff because I've been trying to get myself going on that again. But it's nothing, it's not like I have immediate plans. Also, it's not the tiniest detail of Game Boy Advance on Switch. It's a fucking undeniable leak. I think it's fairly reasonable that people are like, oh yeah, this is a real thing. I do think they should do Game Boy first. I already went into it a little bit, so I'm just gonna give you, like, the nutshell version. I do think Game Boy Advance is, like, like a little tiny bit overrated. But I also think it's overrated for more of a niche audience. It's not like fucking Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time, where it's this super mainstream overrating. So at least there's that, I guess. I think what they should do is put Game Boy on regular Switch Online, and then put Game Boy Advance on the expansion pack. And then announce them both at the same time. I'd be down for that. But the fact of the matter is that I can't think of a lot of Game Boy Advance games that I'd want to play that aren't third-party. Most of the ones I think of are like, well, they're never gonna put that on there anyway, so why do I care? I'm more interested in Game Boy just because I think there's a lot of titles there that a lot of people have never played before. The big one with Game Boy Advance that has me like, oh, that'll be sick, is replaying the Golden Sun games. That's the only one where I'm like, oh yeah, that would be amazing. That I'm fairly certain they would add. Let me clarify that. If they put, like, some of the Mega Man games on and, like, Sonic Advance and Sonic Battle, I'd be pretty hype about it, but they're not gonna put them on. And yeah, there was a ton of Super Nintendo ports. And I don't even mention any of those for obvious reasons, but if anybody's like, oh man, can't wait to play fucking Mario All-Stars on Game Boy Advance. It's on Super Nintendo, bitch! Like, shut up. You already have it. I actually forgot about Superstar Saga. Somehow. We played that on the stream already. I don't think we would, I don't think I'd replay that. I vaguely remember it being, I was kind of glad when it was over kind of playthrough. If I'm being real. Yeah, Scarlet, there was, like, a very believable... I don't know know if it was a data mine or what. A very believable leak. I did not read the game list because I'd rather be surprised, but it from what I saw, it was very like, yeah, this is undeniable. Like, this is the thing. It wasn't like some asshole on 4chan that was like, here's a game of 12 games, or here's a list of 12 games. That's my only evidence. Start pogging up. Like, it was a thorough... Hey, look, here's, like, the entire inner workings of the emulator. A lot of them do run better than the original. Who fucking cares? If they announce a Game Boy Advance online and they have, like, fucking Mario All-Stars and Link to the Past, I will legitimately be mad. Like, who fucking cares? They're already sitting there on Super Nintendo Online. I kind of want that health. Like, I don't even give a shit. Like, I don't care if the music sounds slightly better. I don't care if the graphics are a little bit more colorful. I don't care if they run better. I don't fucking care. Like, no. Not only is All-Stars already on Super Nintendo Online, but the original fucking games are also on NES Online. It would be so dumb. Which, again, I think Game Boy would be better, because then they wouldn't have to worry about that. It would just be new games. Well, that was unfortunate. They could just release it as 4 Swords, though. But even then, I was very strange in that I liked the second 4 Swords. The one on GameCube. But I played it alone. I think playing a game like that multiplayer sounds like a fucking nightmare. So even if they put it on there and we're like, oh, and you have the online multiplayer that you can play it with, I don't care. That would not even, like, remotely sell me on it. I wouldn't even say I'm, like, angry about Game Boy Advance, though. I was, like, low-key angry at Super Nintendo, because I was like, cool, we're just gonna keep dick riding the games we've been riding for the past 30 years. Like, I don't fucking care. But I'm just whatever about it. Because, like I said, I think a lot of the games I would want to play are not gonna be put on there. So I'm just kind of like, whatever. If you add Game Boy, then I'll be interested. I'll be pogging up if you put Game Boy on there. I think the only things about Game Boy Advance that would get me, like, excited, I do think playing the Golden Suns would be pretty cool. I'm pretty into that. As much as I liked the Game Boy Fire Emblems, I still own those games, so I'd probably be okay with emulating them. But I guess having one there would just be more convenient, so I'm not against it. I mentioned Drill Dozer earlier, that would be really neat. The Kirby's Adventure remake would be pretty cool. It'd be nice to play that again, I guess. And if they actually managed to localize Mother 3. But I don't think anyone would be upset about that, so... But at the moment, I'm just kind of like... Well, and again, I didn't read the game list. I would put money that at least Golden Sun 1 is on there, though. And probably the Kirby games. But I can still... Original Game Boy, I can think of like a dozen games that I'd be hyped to play, so it's still better. You really want to play that F-Zero game, though, don't you, Volpe? I do remember that was the one that... That one has, like, a full-blown campaign, doesn't it? I remember playing it on emulator and being like, this is cool, and then being disappointed that it never came out here. Yeah, fucking another Mario World port, another Link to the Past port, another... I think there was a Yoshi's Island port, the Donkey Kong Country port. They're all fucking sitting there on Super Nintendo. I don't give a fuck. Forgot the Oracle's games. That would be another great one with the Game Boy. I did remember Link's Awakening, but I forgot the Oracle games. That'd be a fun excuse to play those, finally. Yeah, fucking... Game Boy would have, like... I guess they could put Pokemon Red and Blue on there. I wouldn't be excited to play them myself, because those games are broken as shit. I don't care what anyone says. And I don't really have an interest in playing them again. But, like, Mario Land 2... Wario Land... Link's Awakening... Metroid 2... Which I thought was actually a lot better than I was expecting it to be. Dreamland, Dreamland 2. Get Mega Man 5 on there, just for... Hey, by the way, this game actually has unique content. Could you stop taking damage, asshole? Could you just be better? Get that Donkey Kong game on there that was, like, low-key a precursor to Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and I don't think anybody knows it. I didn't know it for the longest fucking time. I went the wrong way. I'm a dumb. Yeah, that would be something cool about Game Boy Advance, too, is if they put Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald on there. I would honestly replay 3rd gen. As much as I don't like it, it's been a long time since I've played it, I would give it another chance. And I think Fire Red is just like a well-made game, so I'd probably make an excuse to play that again, too. Oh, I think it's like the definitive way of experiencing 1st gen. Do I have to do those again? I might wait till we get all of those and do them in one pass. I'm gonna stick with Cutter. Honestly, I recently played during my Mario Kart Rampage, I did play a bit of Super Circuit, and I was surprised that that was better than I thought it was going to be. So that would be another one that would be like, yeah, I'd probably play it a little bit. And there are the Metroids that would go on there as well, which I just bought on Wii U, but it would still be a good idea, because then Nintendo can be like, hey, you guys should go play these games. Whereas previously it was like, hey, you should go play these games, except they're only available on the Virtual Console and the Wii U, which nobody owns, and by the way, we're shutting down the eShop in a year, so good luck with that. At least putting them on Switch, they'd be able to say, like, continue giving us money.